Hey everybody, it's week 33. Happy Sunday. It's Nayah here. This week we are giving 3 pieces of advice for dating a trans person. I myself am going to put a little bit of a spin on it. The topic, as we talked about it, is actually 3 pieces of advice for someone just starting to date a trans person. I don't have that perspective. Taryn and I have been together for 9.5 years, and he came out to me after we were already in a relationship. So I'm going to talk a little bit about him coming out to me, and then the 3 pieces of advice I have for you if your partner is coming out to you after already being in a relationship. So when we had first met, Taryn was actually pretty feminine. And that is the person I got into a relationship with. Pretty early on into our relationship, Taryn expressed that he was kind of researching / interested in female to male transition. He started asking me questions about my thoughts on transition, what I thought of it, what I felt about it, things like that. And then our conversations turned from what I felt about it and what he felt about it to what would you think if I did it? And I was pretty honest with him that I felt attracted to women and females, and that I didn't know how I would feel if all of a sudden my girlfriend turned into my boyfriend. I don't know if I'd like facial hair. I don't know if I'd like a flat chest. I don't know if I'd like rougher skin. All the things that you think of as traditionally male. I just didn't know. But I told him what I did know was that I was in love with him and that I would be willing to support him and give it a shot. So that was pretty on within the first couple years of our relationship. And then it just stayed just like that. He would say that he preferred male pronouns, and at work he got pretty respected for that off and on, at least the last few years especially. But it was still just a topic. If I were to transition, if I were to do it, this is what I would want. And then he thought he was too old to do it. If I was younger, I would do it. But I don't think it's right for me now. Eventually, that just ate at him, ate at me, ate at our relationship. And so it was actually about this time last year that he started taking the steps to get his T letter and actually start his transition. So that's kind of how we went from our relationship where it started to where we are now. The 3 pieces of advice that I feel helped me in our relationship accept him being trans and work through this for my part as a partner. One is love. Being friends with Taryn for 3 years before we were in a relationship, I knew I loved Taryn the person, and that as long as Taryn the person didn't change, I was going to be in love with this person. Now, attraction is a big, big part of a relationship. And I had to think to myself, can my love overcome attraction? And it's almost like when you say that if you're beautiful on the inside, you're beautiful on the outside. And I already thought that Taryn was an attractive person. So if you change a few characteristics about somebody and they're still a great person, they're still going to be attractive. So therefore, that helped me get past that. the things that I think I was most concerned at, like I kind of expressed, was facial hair, scary. Soft skin, rough skin, scary. Flat chest, I don't know. But so far, so good. Taryn's skin is just as soft as it was before. Thank you for moisturizing, my love. Facial hair, yeah, okay. So I get a little pricklies. It's kind of sexy. I don't mind it. It's something that I don't mind. It's amazing. Flat chest, well, didn't have a lot to work with before. It's okay. So I'm not really losing anything. All my concerns are being put to rest in one way or another. And something that's never changed is my love. And in fact, I love him just as much, if not more, now. He's becoming a more confident, happier, outgoing, charismatic person. Who doesn't love those qualities? So it's been good. So I love him just as much now as I did before, because the person I love is the person I love. So if you can keep that in mind, I think you'll be okay. Next, something I think is really important is support. Not just support of your partner, but your partner's part of you. You're going through a transition as well with your partner. Things do change. The way you guys are viewed as a couple changes. He changes, you change. Hopefully everybody changes as we grow, as we get older. But support. You're supporting him in his transition and what he needs for his life. And he's supporting you in what you need. I think it's been important for me, and I think it's important for most, if not all of us, is to find outside support. Other partners here on the channel, in the FTM Sweethearts group, or another group. I even go to a local support group here in Sacramento. It's called the Sofa T group, Significant Others, Friends, Family, Allies of Trans. I go to, it's the first Tuesday of every month. So I try to hit that. And that's been good. And because it is friends and family, I've even brought Taryn's sister along with me at one point. When Taryn was really early in his transition. Just so then she could find, hopefully, some kind of support. So whether it's support from an outside group, support from your partner, support to your partner, or support from friends and family, it's really important. We can talk about things that we have in common, ask for advice on what to do and how things are going. For me, the third thing that I think is important in any relationship, it's key, but especially in a trans relationship, communication. As you are growing, as your partner is growing, as your partner is changing, communication. Things happen that aren't always physical changes. Like I said, Taryn has almost more mental changes than physical changes, in the fact that, like I've said again, I'm a broken record, confidence, happiness. Those things have changed his outlook on life, and therefore those are huge mental changes, and him being able to express that to me has been super important. My communication on areas that I maybe am struggling with, or my communication to him on where things are even better than ever, gives him even more confidence. So communication in a relationship is a must-have. So for my 3 trans dating / relationship tips: love unconditional, support each other, and communicate with one another. Those things are a magic recipe for a great relationship, in my mind. They've worked for me and Taryn, and I hope they work for you. So I can't wait to talk to you guys next week. Have a great week,